Chopin's music I really love. First of all, why do I love it? Because it's great music. And by that I mean there's something about the melodies and the way it's constructed that's really beautiful. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but for me, beauty is when something is seemingly so obviously simple can take you on such a grand adventure. And then conversely, if something seemingly so difficult looking on the page can be so simple. And I remember when I played, last time I played at MRC, I played the 24 Preludes by Chopin. And I have a lovely updated Henley edition of the piece. It's all wonderful. But I've also got a copy of the manuscript.
The facsimile of
yeah,
Chopin's
exactly. And it's beautiful when you see this because when you look at a modern edition, everything is written out for the purpose of easeability of reading. You know, the page is divided equally in half. You know, like prelude number 18 is on this page, prelude number 19 is a little bit spaced differently, so it fits perfectly on page, the next page, and then prelude, the next one after that is split into 4 pages, and the notes are a little bit bigger just to make it fit. So when you're using the edition, it feels really nice and organized. But when you see the handwritten specimen, there's something less functional about it, but more creative, and you can see the mind of the composer more because one of the preludes that he writes, there are lots of repeated elements in that particular prelude. So he just marks one bit as A, one bit as B, and then on the second line he puts AB.
Oh,
and so,
really?
And so the whole prelude is just a matter of that much on the page.
I see.
Don't you think that's beautiful?
Yeah, that is.
So when you play that piece, it gives you a different
way of thinking
perspective and way of thinking about it than seeing it all written out on one perfect page in the Henley edition.
Yes.
It makes it.
In fact, if Henley was going to live up to their creed.
Yeah.
Well, no, I shouldn't say that, but it seems only fair that they should make at least a note that that's what happened in the facsimile. But
yeah. Well, when I look at that, it reminds me of those little musical jewelry boxes from the 19th century, where you open it up and it plays some music and there's a little bit of a smell in it, and it's sort of like a really big grand adventure inside this little box. And when music is written down on paper, even just looking at it should give you that sensation. And then you go to another prelude where there are sprawling notes everywhere in the modern edition, because everything's written out clearly so you can read it because you want to play it and it's easeability to read. And then in the old edition, you see that he's just scribbled it quickly. You can't quite make out what the notes say.
So it also shows you the speed at which the inspiration came to him.
Yeah, and more importantly, it shows you that you shouldn't take certain things so seriously. That certain things are just a gesture. He wrote it, with the mindset that he probably had a particular harmonic progression in mind, and then he just plonked the melody on top of it. But you see, that's really beautiful because, in the hands of another composer doing that, it would sound like some study, something that you and I, could have written. Yeah. But of course, we can't write something that Chopin wrote because it's beautiful.
Because we're not Chopin.
Exactly. Now, that's the mystery. My piano teacher, Mark Silverman at Manhattan School of Music, he said that, a really great piece of music, we don't even know why it's great. We look at it, we're like, oh, this looks the same as this, but there's something about it that makes it really great.